Hey guys, it's Maria.
This is Tim.
Today is Thursday, April the 26th, 2018. Welcome to our daily recap.
Maria, as usual, before we get started, give us the closing numbers. We had a kick-ass day today.
Absolutely. The Dow ended the day up 238 points, closed at 24,322. Nasdaq was up 115 points and closed at 7118. The S&P was up 27 points and closed at 2666.
Why can't every day be like that, right?
That was a beautiful day.
That was a beautiful day. And last night, one of the things we had told y'all, and one of the things our room does, in options, you can trade after hours the QQQ for 15 minutes after the market close. You can buy it and sell it or whatever. If even if you had it at market close, you could just sell it, or you can buy it and sell it, whatever. Last night we told y'all we had bought on that Facebook news. Really good quarter. We felt like the market was going to, have a good day today. So jointly as a room, we did go ahead and buy QQQ. Last night we sold those this morning. Very green. We pulled the same move again today. Oh, Maria, you've got the chart up. Thank you very much. So in the QQQs, we bought 162.50s right there as soon as Amazon reported. And we thought Microsoft was going to report a little bit later, but they actually came out as well. That one was a little rocky in the beginning, but ended nice in after hours, which is still going on, but it's nice currently. So we did play QQQ again when the market closed, and we are swinging those. And that actually looks pretty good right now. Is this our Q chart? Yay.
It is. I was just
So
looking through the different time frames.
what kind of resistance have you got coming up?
A couple of levels. This is a what time frame am I on? This is a 3 month. Let me go out a little bit further. Give us a little bit of a cleaner look. I do see a little bit of resistance, kind of where. Well, let's go
Get
back
right
one
there.
more step. So after hours, we're at 164.30, and recently, at least from our room, we've had a lot of requests about support and resistance. If I'm trying to figure out where support and resistance lies, I try to go, or at least I try to gauge it based off of what the current price is. And sometimes I will use after hours pricing. Not all the time, but sometimes I will. Today, since we had so many earnings, I am using that after hours high just as a reference point. So going back to that 6 month chart, this green line is where we're at. I'm going to say that we will have a little bit of resistance, probably around 164.50 to 164.65.
I would agree with that. And then you're going to see some. You're going to definitely see some at 165. So there's going to be a lot of resistance coming up on this one, but great day. See, at 165, I see some, and then there again at that other red line, I definitely see some there too. So the Qs, we are in and swinging. Remember, you can buy these for the first 15 minutes, calls, puts, whatever. You can buy these for the first 15 minutes after the market closes. Maria, AMD, I wanted to just talk about this one. The bears were out in full force. Oh my God, this is going back to 9. This is going to 9, blah, blah, blah. We are swinging July 13th and I believe January 13th calls. We had some good flow the other day, and this actually just had a great day and looks decent after hours as well.
And
Let's
the
go ahead.
resistance that I'm showing right now is around 1132.
I totally agree with that as well. You're going to see a little bit more. Let's go ahead and look at that 1132.
So this red line that I have right here is right at 1132.
I agree with that. We get across that, and I think we will get across that. Those calls are going to look even better. NVIDIA, this is one that we were already swinging May 230s, or is it 235s? I can't remember.
230s.
230s. And today we went ahead and picked up some 227.50s expiring tomorrow. We knew if Intel beat, Microsoft came out clean the way everything else was looking today, this would probably just go ahead and hit 230 tomorrow. So we are swinging some additional 227.50s going into tomorrow. Live call in the room. We were up on those at the close even. So right now it's, 228 and change after hours. So with those expiring tomorrow, we probably need 228.50 on the break even, but anything above that should be pretty good. So that's right there where we're showing, what number is that, Maria?
That line's at 228.64.
That's where we're showing some resistance on NVIDIA at the moment. So hopefully we get through that tomorrow and go ahead and hit that 230, and we will sell those calls, obviously, that we bought today regardless. But it was a pretty good risk. I mean, calculated risk. We felt like NVIDIA, if everything came out clean on Intel and everything else, which it did, and the way AMD is acting, which is stellar, that we had a really, really good shot at this gap into 230 tomorrow. So fingers crossed. We are still in the long-term calls regardless, but NVIDIA, that's what we're doing right now. Facebook, another one we went ahead and bought this morning, and we played the 175s expiring this week. And we got those in the 173s. I can't remember the price now. I know Jenny, I think she made over 100% on them. We did play 175s. It was a little aggressive, a little out of the money. They were cheap, and cheap isn't always good, definitely by any means. But we did play those, got out of those today, and I think everybody did pretty well. And it's coming back a little bit after hours. So, oh yeah, I see what you're looking at there.
If you guys are wondering what I'm doing is I'm looking back and I'm trying to determine or I'm trying to highlight the different areas where we either saw resistance at this red line, which is currently the high pretty much. I'm trying to see where there was previous support or resistance because what was previous support is now resistance and what is now resistance becomes support once the price goes above it. So that's always something you want to keep in mind when you're looking for support and resistance. So when I'm drawing my lines, I want to see, I want to see where those candles are testing this line. Where are the either the wicks or the bodies of those candles hitting?
I like that line right there. I think that's perfect. Absolutely think that's perfect. So Facebook this morning, Kramer said, was the most undervalued company on the S&P. I don't know if I necessarily buy into that 100%, but it was a solid quarter, and it wouldn't surprise me if this thing keeps going. We actually do have some little further out 180s that we picked up today, and we are green on those as well. Maria, I like that across there. I agree with you. MU, we talked about this yesterday. We bought MU. Was it yesterday or the day before, Maria, that we bought MU?
Day before.
Day before yesterday. So again, a beaten down chip stock that had just had its ass kicked, and we did buy into weakness. And as we were hoping everything would come out the rest of the week and kick ass, and MU would follow it, and that looks really sweet after hours.
Right. So the line that I have drawn here is the after hours high, and it is 5140 was the after hours high. You'll see if you look back to the left of the screen, I have that area highlighted where you'll see that it was previous support through this area. It was a resistance point through here. Now we hit that resistance, came back down. So I'm really curious to see what happens. I want to see if it's going to gap through in the morning and open up above it, or if it's going to, try to open in between these two lines.
I agree with those lines as well, Maria. And we are holding those. We got May 50s. Is that right?
Correct, May 50s.
We are green in those. Visa today, all-time high. We kept saying resistance at 125, 125. Got through it this morning, finally got through it, and it's actually sitting at an all-time high at the close on Visa. We still have some longer-term visas, and I wanted to say congrats to some of the people in the room. I know Alma made her first 100% play on Visa today, so that's her first 100%er with us, so that kicks ass. And a lot of people did really well off Visa, so congrats on Visa. That 125 resistance you got across there was just a pain in the ass, and you can see that all-time high to the left, which we are through.
Yep. So this candle right here that we have highlighted, that was the previous all-time high. You'll see the numerous attempts that Visa made to get through 125. Couldn't get through it. Finally gapped through it on ER.
So what do you call this, Maria? Blue sky?
Yeah. Now it's blue sky territory. Blue skies.
Blue skies. CMG, Chipotle. Maria, and I was very impressed with your trading in this today. And a lot of traders, and by no means am I recommending to chase or anything like that, because I don't believe in chasing. Maria doesn't believe in chasing. But sometimes as a scalper, it's okay, as Maria says, to buy high and sell higher, which she told us a couple times today she was doing. And she did, and I think you got a trade confirm with this one too. Just a totally good day on Chipotle. Very impressive trading as usual. You called it in the room. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't play it. I didn't follow you. I was a little chicken. I believe you played 400s, 405s, and 410s, or was it 405, 400s, 410s, 415s? I can't remember.
There was multiple strikes. I have to go back and check because I'll be honest, I don't really remember. It was a lot of different strikes. I definitely, multiple trades, 6,400 total for the day on Chipotle. And, and this is actually a question that came up in the room. I had a member ask, why I decided to play this one. Like, was it something that I saw? Was it a technical play or was it experience? Time in the seat. So for me, it's more of a combination of that experience and a little bit of the technical in there. So if we're looking at this chart, I knew going into this that Chipotle had been beaten down. The last time it was anywhere near 400 was like July of last year, right? So if you guys remember, it got hammered three times by earnings. So three earnings in a row, it got hammered. It got hammered with all their sanitary issues. What that tells me is that there is a shit ton of shorts in here. So, and let me pull up the daily so you can see it. Here's, we opened here, and I mean, I just went ahead and chased it only because I was banking on the fact that there are shorts that still have to cover. I went ahead, I did chase it, and it did work out. As far as the strikes that I played 400s, 405s, 415s, 420s, and 425s.
Good trades, and I should have followed you on that one. And it's a turnaround story, and they got the new CEO in there. So we got to ask, does this continue or do we short it? I mean, hell, I don't think anybody really knows at this point what
No,
tomorrow's
you
going to
don't.
bring with this thing.
There's
I
no way
will
to
say this.
tell.
Yeah, we've watched a couple members go broke that were just stubborn, and every time there was a trend, he would just go opposite. So if something shot up, he would just short it. If something was down, he'd just buy it long. Every trend that ever happened, he went the opposite way, and he didn't last very long trading. And we tried to talk him out of that multiple times. Right now, the trend is up. I'm not going to fight it till it. Me personally, I'm not going to fight it till it just hits resistance and can't go through, or hell, and there's plenty of other things to short that's way easier than trying to guess this one, as far as I'm concerned, too.
Not only that, it's Chipotle. Just wait for the next headline, right? Wait for the next headline to come out. You had a perfect opportunity to short it. But
you,
until
you,
then, if it continues up or just kind of hovers around or consolidates or does its thing, there's not really any reason to prematurely short it, if that makes sense. So we don't know how many days Chipotle is going to run. I will tell you though that looking back over a 3-year period, I do have some resistance at 432.45. So
and I agree with that too.
432.45 to, in and around, and it's Chipotle, and you guys know how it moves. There's usually wider range. So give it a couple dollars above and below that number. But you really have to see a hard rejection of this top line here to make a case to short it.
Let's go ahead and pull up Tesla too, Maria. Somebody made the comment today. I guess the head of their chip division or something went to Intel, and
Oh
now
yeah, they had a guy go to Intel. You're right.
now Elon is the CEO, the CFO, the astronaut, the janitor, the chip
Oh my
maker.
gosh.
He is. So many people have left that he has all the titles to everything.
He's a
You
flamethrower.
had
He's
a
everything, huh?
he is a flamethrower designer. He's crash test dummy. So Elon is having to wear all the hats right now. So you had some trades in this one as well today.
I do have Tesla. So here's the day on Tesla. We had opportunity to play it up and down, a little over 1500, playing both long and short. I am not swinging any Tesla. I'm not swinging any CMG either. I'm out of both positions completely. We will see what happens with Tesla because, it's Tesla and Tesla will do what it wants to do and it will give us opportunity to play.
Another one, HD. Now, this is one that Tech Money had been playing.
Wow. Holy crap, look at that day.
That was an insane day. I mean, that was just an insane day. I think Vishal may have been playing that too on Wall Street. If you get a chance to watch his videos, check him out as well.
I took a loss in HD today. Small loss. I lost like $200 on it. Primarily because I thought it would be a good idea to chase it like up here. It immediately turned around on me and I didn't I was in a lot of other trades at the time and I just didn't have the attention span to be able to keep an eye on this one particularly. So I went ahead and sold it, took the loss. Had I held on to it, I would have been up nicely on those.
Show the longer term on this one.
Yeah,
I
I
think we
wanted
have
to
a
actually
20-day, right?
to have a 20-day. That's a 20-day. Let's go out like 6 months so you guys can see. Again, this green line is today's high. A little bit of resistance above here, not too far away actually. Right around probably about 186, between 186 and 186.60.
Go back to that last chart real quick. That's the one they kept talking about in the room. If it busts this line, is that on the 20
Right
day
here.
or is that on?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it did. Sure enough, when it busted that line, that was all bets are off. So good job, guys, gals. Maria, you lost a couple hundred, but hey, you made it up with somewhere else, so it's okay. We're gonna let you slide with that one.
Aw.
Let's go ahead and look at Baba. Baba is one that yesterday, and it was Wednesday after lunch, Stock was in the 160s, and somebody had 175s or maybe 180s for this week. I can't remember.
I think they were 175s, and we were like, whoa, I don't know
Yeah,
about
I
those
mean, we're like,
175s.
you're running out of time on Baba, and he held. God bless him. It's working out.
Well,
So
what we
and
had told him was at least hold it through and try, and let's see what it does into the early morning spike. Because we were
into
thinking,
the early morning spot.
right, he'd already taken the hit on the IV, or a lot of the hit of the on the IV Wednesday afternoon. So we thought, all right, well, Thursday morning, let's see if we can get a little bump on the IV into the open, and see if we can get you out with less of a loss, or so I don't remember if he was down or up, but let's try to get you out a little bit higher.
That worked out. Actually, he's still holding those, and you can see the resistance across there. And we're kind of sitting right on it right now. I think after hours, with the way Baidu reported and everything else that's reported, everything's going to have a good day tomorrow. Baba should absolutely rock tomorrow too. Like I say, Baidu, which we should go ahead and pull up Baidu as well, since we're
I'm
talking
so
about Baba.
excited for tomorrow. Like, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I can already tell you that
It's
much.
going to be tough. It's going to be tough. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. But we got several
So
people. I also say Freeman. Freeman had bought, hold on. Freeman had bought some Babas too, and he had got for 88 cents. What did he buy? Go ahead and pull up the other one while I'm looking for this.
yeah, I've got it pulled up right here. Guys, the green line again is the after hours high, because that's a huge, huge move. Obviously, all these levels underneath this green line aren't, as far as resistance are concerned, don't really mean anything. On what I'm looking at is 268.18 as one level. And the reason why is I see the body of this candle right here couldn't get through, hard sell off. So let me see if I can actually make that a little bit bigger. We'll highlight that candle right there. There we go. Pop through the line, hard rejection down, attempted attempted to try to go back up, couldn't get there, sold off after. That's where that's going to be my first level. So there's that candle, and then you have over here the top of the wick of that candle. It couldn't get through it. Obviously, they got killed by that earnings call, or that earnings report, and could never even, I mean, it didn't even try to get back up there until much later on. Also a previous level of support. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on this 268.18.
I agree with that one, Maria. I found Freeman's trade. He bought 175s for 88 cents. Those are going to look very
Oh,
good tomorrow.
wow. Those are going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous,
He got
gorgeous, gorgeous.
15 contracts.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Good for him.
Good for
Awesome job,
him.
Freeman.
Maria, I know everybody's wondering about Amazon. Go ahead and pull
Amazon.
that one up.
Yay. All right, let's get the daily. Holy crap, what a jump, right?
Oh my
Gorgeous,
God, right?
gorgeous, gorgeous jump. 1641 is the after hours high on Amazon, still hanging out above 1600, currently at 1620. We are YOLOing some 1600s that expired tomorrow that we bought right before the close. There were several of us that picked up 1600s. Assuming Amazon opens up around where it's at, those should look pretty good tomorrow too.
I didn't
And
get the memo on that YOLO.
oh, you
I
did.
did
Yes, you
not.
did. You totally
No,
did.
I did not get the memo on this YOLO. Y'all are YOLOing behind my back on this one. I
No,
did
we
not get
weren't.
it.
That is not true.
So
So
that red line
Amazon,
is the old high, right?
right? That red line is the old all-time high, and the green line is the after-hours high. So blue sky territories. Intraday today, we did kill it. I mean, I know that you really can't see it here because of this huge candle, but where's my Amazon? Here was Amazon prior to buying that YOLO.
Well, I think you could afford a YOLO after that day with
Oh,
Amazon,
actually,
so
this
it's
was right
okay.
after I bought it. This is right after I bought that YOLO. I think I paid like
How much was the
nine oh
YOLO?
five. It was either
9 bucks,
9 or
905.
905, somewhere in that range.
Oh yeah, that could look pretty good tomorrow.
Yeah. So
So good
nice
trades
win.
on Amazon.
Thank you.
I need a loan, Maria.
I
How
got
about that
one.
loan?
I got one. Did we? I'll give you a loan anytime. Anytime.
Good. I need 100,000.
No, man, I can't. I mean,
You just said you had my back.
Of
I see
course,
how this is going
always,
to work
always.
out. I see how this
I've
is going to
always
work
got your
out.
back. I've always got your back.
So let's go ahead. Well, I do have a couple. I did want to bring up AKER. Somebody had mentioned to us that, hey, look at this. It looks like it's flat topping. So I did want to get AKER out there real quick. Didn't really have a lot of low floats. Wasn't a low float day. A lot of the ones I was watching, Mankind, Gurn, Ebio, and stuff, just yeah, ugliness. So still got my fingers crossed for those bulls. But Acre, maybe.
Potentially, we have a line, and it popped up above it after hours. The line of resistance was 55 cents. And remember, Tim, you were saying you might take a shot around 50, 55. The reason why I
Yeah.
have that highlighted is if you look over here, or I have that line there, if you look over here, it was previous support and previous resistance. So we're kind of just keeping an eye on that 55 just to see what happens as far as news is concerned. There was news after hours yesterday. They were halted. And I believe that they had someone, so I think it was their CEO or their president or something. Let's
I
see.
think yeah. I think the board whacked him. I think he took a mob
Baker
hit.
Biosciences terminates Raymond Akers as executive chairman.
Yeah.
So from his position on the board. Oh,
So
wow.
it looks like the market's actually happy about that at the end of the day.
And just to clarify, guys, this is what it says. It says they've terminated Raymond Akers from his position as executive chairman of the board and from each of his officer positions as chief scientific director and secretary of the company, adding that Akers continues as a member of the board. So he's still
Okay.
on the board. He's just not an officer anymore.
Looks like that's not a bad thing right now. One more, and then I'll leave low floats alone. EYPT, that was the only one we were watching yesterday that actually had some continuation. I mean, eBio and Gurn and some of those had ran for weeks or several days. So this one, EYPT, still is interesting.
Yep. And here's the chart on it. Hit a high of 275, got pushed back down, closed at 247. So yeah, let's keep an eye on it. That volume kind of dropped off at the end of the day. It looks, or towards the end of the day, it kind of dropped off a little bit. So let's keep an eye on it and see what it does.
So let's hit the after hours scanner. And there is a lot of stuff on there. A lot of stuff on there.
Sure, let's go ahead and do
Um,
that.
BPMX, small stock, 24 cents. It's traded 590,000, almost 600,000, up 13%.
I wonder if there was news
Expedia.
around. Yeah, they had ER.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they reported Q4 non-GAAP EPS negative 3 cents on a consensus of negative 4. Q4 revenue 19,000 on a consensus of 10,000. So top and bottom line beat.
Congrats, BPMX. Expedia, they had ER. They're up 11%, 931,000 shares traded. Go ahead and read us their guidance and stuff too, Maria.
So let's get Expedia. They actually had their Q1 adjusted EPS came in at minus 36 cents on a consensus of minus 44 cents. Revenue 2.5 billion on a consensus of 2.44 billion. Q1 gross bookings up 15% year over year to 27.2 billion. Their Q1 room night growth was up 15%. They announced a 15 million share, not $15 million, 15 million share buyback program. They reaffirmed their full year 2018 EBITDA growth of 6 to 11%. That was taken from their conference call. Here's one thing though. They expect a slower room night growth in Q2. What's Expedia doing right now? I wonder if they took a hit on that.
Oh, one
Maybe
thing I
a
like
little
about
bit.
that is they didn't give a buyback dollar amount. Like I said, it was an actual share amount, so we know what the float will be reduced. So that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
While you're looking that up, Sprint looks like their merger is going through. Sprint's up 7.5% after hours. Pretty decent volume.
Wow.
1.4.
I hadn't seen this. Yeah, T-Mobile Sprint seek to finalize merger deal as soon as next week, according to Reuters, and are progressing. Nice, 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 nice.
Look at the volume on Amazon: 2,379,000
Wow.
shares at $1,620, right? At $1,600. I'm not even going to fucking do the math on this, but I don't know. That's like
Right.
$1 zillion in Amazon world. I think one of the things they like, Amazon Prime is going from 99 to 119.
Yep,
If I
that
heard
was
that
one of the
right.
key things.
Yep. So other ones, Exus. Wow, that's up That's up a couple bucks there.
Yeah.
What's Exus? What's the deal there? Let's
ER.
look at that one. Okay, they had ER as well.
Yep. And they reported Q1 EPS minus 33 cents on a consensus of minus 37 cents. Q1 revenue 90.3 million on a consensus of 86.93 million.
We'll take it. Congrats, Bulls. Intel, we've got to talk about Intel. Blue sky
Yay!
territory. I think on Intel, best I remember, it was all-time highs tonight as well. We had several people swinging Intels. I know Bashar
Me
was.
included.
Me and you had a little bit. I had a couple people sell today at the close. I want to apologize in advance. Some smaller accounts that I just didn't want to YOLO. With all my heart, we felt like Intel would beat, but with all my heart has been wrong before on Walmart and probably one other thing in the 20 years I've been doing this. But Intel completely kicked ass. Give us those numbers, pretty please.
Sure. Q1 adjusted EPS 87 cents on a consensus of 72 cents. Q1 revenue 16.1 billion on a consensus of 15.05 billion. That is a beat of 1 billion. I mean, right around $1 billion, slightly under, but a $1 billion beat on revenue. Gorgeous
That's great.
quarter. Their Q2 EPS, they see 85 cents plus or minus 5 cents on a consensus of 81. Q2 revenue 16.3 billion plus or minus 500 million on a consensus of 15.55. And they raised their full year 18 EPS view to $3.85 plus or minus 5% from $3.55 on a consensus of $3.56. Revenue view for 2018, they increased as well to 67.5 billion plus or minus a billion.
Jeez. Go
Wow.
Intel. Go
Wow.
Intel. Impressive. I don't see anything else with any volume or anything that matters out there.
So what happened to Microsoft? Can someone please help me understand what happened to Microsoft?
Microsoft went down, went up. Let's go ahead and pull the chart up on Microsoft real quick. There was something about, yeah,
Whoa,
I mean,
look
you
at
can
that.
see
Holy
it,
shit.
it jumped way up there, came down, or I'm sorry, tanked, it shot up for a second, tanked, and it's just kept going and going and going, which is helping our Q trades just kick ass. Go ahead and go through their guidance real quick as well, because we'll see if we can pinpoint what it was. I don't remember now.
Q3 EPS 95 cents on a consensus of 85 cents. Revenues 26.8 billion on a consensus of 25.77 billion. So
Okay,
top and bottom
that's
line
over a
beat.
billion right there. That's over $1 billion
Yeah.
beat, right? All right. Let's look at the guidance.
So it has to be something in here because this was, hold on, let me look through one other area. I don't have guidance on it. The actual guidance numbers broken
Yeah.
down with the
The good news is whatever the dip was, the conference call took care of, and Microsoft's at all-time highs. At least it hit all-time highs after the close. We'll see how it opens.
they
But
did
right
say
now it's
full year
all-time highs.
19. They did say full year 19 revenue growth to remain driven by cloud services, which I know is a big deal. I'm gonna have to read through the actual transcript to figure out what's going on. It has to be something. There's got to be like a one-liner in there somewhere that caused that drop. Because at least on the surface, everything looks pretty.
Everything is solid. It's solid. It's like that 10 you see in the club. You get close to them and it had bad breath. There's something going on here in the beginning they didn't like, but they overcome it. So it's all good. So yeah, all-time highs right now. Maria, I don't see anything else. Actually, you know what? United Steel is down after hours. They had
Yikes.
ER as well, down 6.4%, 859,000 shares. Let's get that one and let's call it a day.
So US Steel reports Q1 EPS 32 cents on a consensus of 29 cents. Reported Q1 rev 3.15 billion on a consensus of 3.15 billion. So revenue came in line. They see Q2 adjusted EBITDA approximately 400 million. Let's see. I don't have full year guidance on it. So I will be checking on Microsoft and X for you guys.
Maria, one more confirm. We talked about playing the Qs today. Go ahead and show this one more on the QQQs, and then I'm going to go eat, and we'll call this a day. I did want to
So
get
the
that one out there
Qs,
too.
there we go. Yeah, really nice day for me on the Qs. Some of it was by accident. I bought a lot more contracts than I meant to buy. I accidentally typed an extra zero, which gave me a mini
It
heart
had
attack for a couple minutes. But
it worked out.
Fortunately, it worked out. So yeah, nice day in the queues for me.
You got anything else?
Currently, no, queues actually look really good right now. They're hitting that after hours high line. So we definitely want to keep an eye on that tomorrow as well, if it doesn't gap through it. Aside from that, guys, I don't have anything else. Tim, if you don't have anything else, or do you have anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining us today. If you have questions or comments or tickers or topics that you'd like us to cover, please go ahead and put those in the comment. If you've not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do so. Please also like and share our video for us. We would appreciate it. Aside from that, tomorrow should be really, really exciting. Stay green, and we will see you on Sunday for the weekly recap.
Sounds good. Thanks, Maria.
All right. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.